Okay, welcome everybody. Good evening. You have found your way to the My Lead System Pro Fast Start to Success Orientation Back Office Tour webinar. My name is Mary Black, and I live out in Atlanta, Georgia. I am part of the Master Marketers team in My Lead System Pro. I've been there for about 2 years now, serving the My Lead System Pro community that's done so much for me, and now I get a chance to give back to this community by doing things like teaching this webinar pretty much every Monday night at 9 o'clock Eastern time. So if you're here, I just really want to welcome you. I'd like to get started by getting a little feedback, making sure that you guys can hear me. I like to always kind of do a bit of a sound check, see if you guys can hear me or see my screen. I know that there is a little bit of a delay between when I talk and when you guys can hear me. So I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping while you guys go ahead and get rolling. So it's super cool to be here. So I'm sorry about that, guys. I had a little bit of echo coming through one of my speakers, so I fixed that up. I'm really glad that you guys are here tonight. Let me start with a little bit of basics. If you've never used webinars on air, that's the Hangout platform we're using here tonight. What you want to do is over on the left-hand side, you're going to see some options for the chat, where you can take a look at the chat, and then the question mark is for the Q&A. The chat is where you guys just sort of, gab back and forth to each other, say hello to me, see how we're doing, that kind of thing. Really, literally just a chat. I usually turn the chat off once I start digging deep into the training, because I want to make sure that I keep you guys focused. We're going to actually leave the Hangout and hop right into my MLSP back office. I'm going to show you a real live back office and what it looks like in there, and show you where everything is. The question mark tab, which is number 2 down on the left-hand side, that's where I want you to put your questions. And I have a recommendation for you. As I'm going through this training, it's going to be a tour through everything that's in the back office. If you have a question, pop it into the Q&A as soon as you have the question, because what that'll do is it'll help you not have to worry about remembering it all the way till the end, because we are going to cover a good bit of material here in about the next 45 to 50 minutes. So go ahead and pop that in there, and if you guys could do me a favor, be fairly specific about the topic that you're talking about, because I will have gone through a whole bunch and I won't be sure. So just the clearer you can be on that, the better. And you are more than welcome to put as many questions in there as you have. I really try to stay and get every single one of your questions answered. This is a big webinar. There are going to be a lot of people on here, but I have a commitment to myself and to the community that I love ever so much to stick with you guys and get your questions answered as long as it takes. Now, if it happens that your question is more of an advanced marketing question, and I don't want to get new people too overwhelmed with too much heavy stuff, or I am not the most technical person in the world, so if it's something that I just simply don't know the answer to, I am going to hook you up with the right people and the right place to go so that you can get those answers. So regardless, you will be able to get all your questions taken care of one way or another tonight. Now, the third button down on the left is the poll. I have set up a live poll back here just for a little bit of fun. Get an idea of what your membership level is. It really just helps me be able to fine-tune, customize this webinar a little bit to get a good feel for how many people we have at each of the different membership levels. And it does tend to vary by webinar, so it does help me a bit. You'll see the picture of the little shopping cart. Button number 4. Go ahead and click on that, and that will show you the offer. Now, this is My Lead System Pro, so the offer is a direct link right here inside the Hangout, where if you need to go over and do something with your membership, you can click right on there and go take care of that sort of stuff. You'll see that when you click on the little shopping cart. Now, the bottom question is the hands. When you raise your hand up, that's used for bringing people out into the chat and bringing on guests to hang out with me. I don't do that on this webinar, so don't worry about that, because I just pretty much ignore those. Any questions that you have, I'll take care of back in the Q&A, because I do stick with you all the way through for that one. Okay, so it sounds like you guys can hear me okay. I want to go in and share my screen. Give me just a second. Click on, so because I want you to be able to see what I am doing, because I am going to take you right into your back office. Now, what you should be seeing is sort of a mirrored look where it, where you're standing in an elevator or something like that. It looks like you're looking down a long hallway of the same screen over and over again. Will you guys, real quick, somebody type in and let me know, can you see that? And I know there's a little bit of a delay, so I'm going to hang here for just a little bit and let you guys come back and let me know that you can see me okay. I'll go ahead and type it in the chat. I have actually done webinars before where, okay, great, you can see my screen, where my screen wasn't shown, so I don't want to make that mistake tonight. Okay, having said that, it looks pretty good, so let's get right down to it. I'm going to hop over here into, first of all, let's hop over here to the Facebook group. If you guys go to My Lead System Pro Community, you can see the link right here. I will copy and drop this right into the Hangout. Paste. Hey Roxanne, this is not the 100-Day Biz Challenge webinar. To get on that one, if you bought the product, you'll get a private invitation link to that webinar. I actually am not doing that one, so I'm not sure when it is. I thought it was on Tuesday night, but maybe it actually is going on right now. But if you signed up for that one, you don't have your link, hop in your email that you signed up under and take a look. It should also, Roxanne, be in your back office. I can show you right here. If I go over to my store, see, like I own Copywriting Mastery. Because I own it, I can click on it right here and it'll take me right into it. It should take you to a place where you can register for the webinar, I believe. But that's a private paid webinar, so you have to actually have the link itself to go into that. Okay, so I'm going to kick on from here. I will not really be back over in the Google Hangout direct. Oh, you're welcome, Roxanne. Too much, because I want to have you guys inside of my back office, but I will pop in here and check the poll just a little bit. Somebody want to take my poll? What is your membership level in My Lead System Pro? Again, it's the third button on the left-hand side of your page, and I just want to find, and I put some cute little responses in there, you know, just for fun, because I like to keep things fun and interesting. But whether you're Mastery, University, or Academy, if you go ahead and let me know that, it will help me a great deal. Okay, over here into the My Lead System Pro back office. Again, this is a tour, basically, to get you acclimated to My Lead System Pro, to the system, to the community, what's going on, how to use your back office. The first thing that I'm going to do is talk with you about how to connect with the community. There are two ways going on right now. The first one is the Facebook fan page. We are actually kind of moving away from this a little bit, but it is still used a lot because it just has so many members in it. If you want to hop in here, I did start a post, you know, who's with me on the Fast Start webinar tonight. Go ahead and just give me a shout out in here. Now, the reason I want you to do this is My Lead System Pro is a community. We are all about getting the word out to one another, helping other people in the community, marketing, making connections, networking, meeting people, that kind of thing. That's what we're fundamentally all about. When I start one of these threads in here, if we can get a whole bunch of comments going back, what happens is people come along who are new to MLSP or maybe, you know, haven't been in the back office for a while. They don't realize that they're missing this webinar, and they'll see all these comments from people, and it will help encourage them to come join this webinar or come on to it another evening, which could help someone else out there in the community be able to, you know, just grow and build in their business. So we like to pay it forward that, and we also like to reach out and give everybody some love. So give me a shout out over here and let me know that you're here. Okay, the other cool thing is the MLSP community is right here. Now, this is a closed community, unlike the Facebook fan page, or I'm sorry, it's not the fan page. It's the Facebook group, the private group. The Facebook group has a bunch of people in it. It's become a little bit spammy because it's very difficult to manage a Facebook group of almost 15,000 people. So we created the My Lead System Pro community, and in order to be in this community or get access into this community, you have to be an active member of My Lead System Pro and or own at least one of the training products that My Lead System Pro offers. So you can see all that back here, and again, I just clicked on it on the left-hand side over here to go join that community, and you want to go hang out in there, introduce yourself, and start getting those people over there as well. Okay, now those are two fantastic sources for getting help with the marketing. You're trying to pick a lead gen strategy. You're stuck figuring out how to get a plug-in to work on your blog, you know, stuff like that. Mostly marketing support kind of stuff, because that's other MLSP members hanging out in there doing stuff. And yes, the company, MLSP itself, there's people always back there monitoring that. They can help you as well. Now, if you need something more on the technical side that's actually related to your membership or your back office, your My Lead System Pro back office, you want to get that support over here by opening a support ticket from My Lead System Pro. And you can see there's different things in here you can go through to find information on. But you click on this right here, and you can open a support ticket, and that's like a technical support, that kind of thing. Okay, so let's get back over here to the home page, and the home page, of course, is where the most important stuff is put, because we want to make sure that everybody sees, you know, sees this stuff, like the community, the upcoming webinars, who's your referring affiliate inside My Lead System Pro. You'll see those people right down here. My referring affiliate, I'm underneath Diane Hoffman, who is an L5 EMT member here in My Lead System Pro as well. So both involved with the leadership of My Lead System Pro. And so right here I have all the information I need on Diane. Now, I know Diane personally. I've developed a relationship with her. We've become very good friends through the 3 years that we've worked on this together. But you're brand new, so the person who referred you into My Lead System Pro is really important, because that's who you're going to go to, you know, for your one-on-one mentoring, your support, your questions, your help, that kind of thing. That's also whenever, you know, that's who your membership is paying up to, and any products and things that you guys are going to pay up to that person. So if that person hasn't already contacted you, which I hope they have if you've been in more than a couple of days, make sure that you turn around. You can see Diane's phone number is right here for me. So make sure that you turn around and call or email them or get in contact with them directly, so that you can, you know, start a relationship with your referring affiliate. There's a huge announcement coming up this Wednesday, and this is where our big industry-wide Wednesday webinar, where they're actually going to be talking about some really, really fundamentally huge, important changes that My Lead System Pro has made to the system in the last week. Actually, this is a pretty big announcement that was rolled out last Wednesday, and they're going to dedicate an entire webinar to it this coming Wednesday and dig very deeply into that. And like it says, you'll recognize why the second half of 2014 may be the most significant and profitable time ever for your business. I mean, who doesn't want to know about that, right? As you scroll on down, you'll see other really cool stuff. Right here is the MLSP Daily Wake Up Call. I love this call. I have been participating in this call since the day I joined My Lead System Pro, and it's a very, very rare occasion for you know, me and my husband and I, Dean, to miss this call. And for the last couple of years, that has mostly been because we actually host this call. We took over, you know, supporting this with My Lead System Pro a couple of years ago, and it's really, really cool. It's a mindset, personal development, get up and get your day started off right kind of call. It is Monday through Friday, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time. It lasts about 15 minutes. It's not a big time commitment. And what happens is different members of the leadership, leaders in the community, will come on each day, and they will give some sort of mindset, personal development talk. And these daily wake-up calls can be extremely powerful. We have many thousands of members whose primary daily focus is wrapped around coming to these calls every day and getting their day started off right, which leads right into the 10 daily steps to fire your boss. which is a document that you need to download and print out, and I'll go through that document very, very thoroughly, because it literally gives away everything that every leader in this organization does, or really any successful business owner in home-based business network marketing, direct sales does every single day to be successful. And it's literally a check sheet that you can just go through and follow everything that it says. I would encourage you not to like question or argue or debate it, at least initially. If you can go into it with an open mind and just give it a try, you will be amazed at what will happen when you become very consistent in the work that you do each day in your business. And this document here is one of my favorite things in all of MLSP, because it really, really does help get you focused, and that's especially so important when you're brand new. Back up about the daily wake-up call. I mean, what if you can't make it at 11 o'clock, in the middle of a weekday, So, maybe you work, or maybe you have children, small children like I do, and 11 o'clock maybe isn't always going to work for you. All of these calls are recorded in your back office. I'll show you where in just a minute. But what I recommend that you do in that case is still incorporate this as a daily part of your morning routine. And the best way to do that is when you get up and about, first thing in the morning, maybe the first thing as soon as you wake up, or if you're like me, maybe you need to get a little coffee and splash a little water in your face to get your brain working. What you do is you listen to one of these calls each day. Instead of going back and trying to listen to 500 calls, and there's probably more than that in the feed, but rather than trying to listen to 500 calls one right after the other, which is just mentally overwhelming and draining, listen to the most recent one every day, 5 days a week. It'll put you about a day or two behind the live call, but you'll still be able to incorporate that daily discipline of getting that 15 minutes of personal development. And this 10 daily steps to fire your boss, one of the steps that you need to do each day is incorporate, I think it's this 30 minutes of personal development each day. So this right here will get you half of that easily, and will fulfill that requirement, sort of two birds with one stone. Okay, I'm going to hop back over real quick just to make sure we're good. Nobody's wanting to play with me in my poll. Is it because I put some snarky comments on there? Yeah, Mastering University Academy. You guys go ahead and hang out with me on that. Let me, oh, so you guys are putting it in the chat. Gotcha. If you go over on the left-hand side, and you may have to hover your mouse over there to get that little bar to reveal itself. I gotta be honest, I'm not often on that side of the screen, but over on the left hand side it should reveal itself. Let me make sure I've got it. Yeah, it's live. So yeah, a couple of people have responded. You'll be able to find that over there, but this is okay too. Academy, Mastery, Academy, University, Academy, Mastery. Wondering about the 100-day live. Hannah, this is the Fast Start orientation. This is for new members, the back office tour. The 100-day thing, again, you should get a private link to. It's not this one. When you signed up and bought it, you should have gotten an email asking you to register. I'm not exactly sure how they're doing it. Hop on the MLSP private group. Hop in there and ask them as well. That tell them that you're looking for that link, because I honestly don't know what's up with that. But I appreciate it, Hannah. My level, I don't believe this webinar is for the 100-day biz. Okay, you know what, guys? If you wouldn't mind, folks, that I'm doing the tour for, I'm going to help you guys out. I'm going to hop back here into the fan page. Actually, let me do this. Let me go Skype. I want to make sure it doesn't tell anything. Yeah, that's got personal stuff. Guys, hang tight for just 1 second. I'm gonna help these guys out. I can't leave you hanging because so many people are looking for it. I'm gonna turn off my screen share. Okay. Find out what's up with the what's up with that. I'll hop in the private chat and ask him what's going on. Yeah, at this hour, I'm not sure who's on there, but I'll see if anybody comes back and helps us with that. I'll see what I can do, you guys, because I've had a few of you now come in and yeah, but this is not the 100-Day Business Builder Challenge. That's actually Justice and Adam, and it sounds like it's rolling right now at the same time as this one is. But that, like, so that's a private paid product that you guys bought that you're doing something else with. So you guys who are on this webinar, that you're new members, you know, that's what we're doing here, and I will keep going for you guys. All right, let's hop back over into My Lead System Pro. The leadership levels, this is really a lot of fun because you can go back here and you can, oh, hold on, guys, it looks like they're telling me something. Okay, yeah. I love this group. They really do come out and play. Where should I send them? Okay. See, Robin, thanks. She can't hear me, but... Okay, guys, I just put a link in myleadsystempro.com/BizBuilderChallenge, which is what I showed you when you hop over to My Lead System Pro. If you go on over to the products page, you should have BizBuilder Challenge. You can just click on there, and it should get you where you want to go. Thanks, you guys. I'm going to carry on with mine. I'm glad I could help. All right, awesome, awesome, awesome. Love you guys. Okay, back to you guys. Guys, you know, if you're brand new, you don't even know what the 100-Day Challenge is, so don't worry about it. It's just it's a thing that's going on right now from something they rolled out a couple weeks ago. So what we want to do is the leadership tab. This is really where you can see how people are progressing in My Lead System Pro. There's leaderboards if you're really into following those. I personally have never really been into them too much, but it is really cool when you start getting some leader signups to see your name pop up on there, you know, early on. It's really neat. But these are the leadership groups, and these are basically the rock stars inside My Lead System Pro that you hear on these webinars, that you see out in the community, that are creating all of this value for My Lead System Pro. And they're really fantastic. Bill and Michelle, Ray Higdon, Rob Four, Frank Marino, Mark Harbert, Diane Hockman, and there's Justice Egan, who's one of the sponsors of the 100-Day Biz Builder Challenge those guys are looking for. And then we have the Master Marketers team, Patricia Sweeney, Marty McDonald, there's Dean and myself, Kate and Andrew, love these guys. There's Adam Chandler, who's the other host of the 100-Day Challenge, Lena Bjorna, Steve Jaffe, Stephen LeMacy, Rachel, and Matthew and Kimberly Aline, Angela Hardy, Dustin and Tracy Wisnowski. I have watched them crawl up from like L nothings. I will never forget the day I met them, how they were just bound and determined to make it big in MLSP, and they're just phenomenal. Great success story. I love these guys so much. Tanya Eliza is actually one of the first people I knew when I came into MLSP, and I love her. April Marie, Cesar Rodriguez, Aaron Parker. These are all the folks that are part of the leadership. And you know what? They've all gotten there. What I think is really cool and inspiring about this is all of these people have gotten here by starting exactly where you are today. Every single one of them came in, found the system, loved it, figured out what to do, put it to work for them, and just got results. And they got results with a lot less help and a lot less training and guidance and support than what's in My Lead System Pro today, because a lot of us really were there when most of this value was still being created and still being developed. So, I mean, I think it's just so much easier now as a new member to come in and really make some great things happen. But I would encourage you all to make it your goal to become part of the leadership. You got to be an L3 and then invited by My Lead System Pro. But I would make it my goal. Not only will it create the income for you, but it is really, there's nothing more rewarding and empowering and fulfilling and satisfying than being able to lead a community like My Lead System Pro and give so much back. So it's a great honor. We're going to come over here to the simple startup now. This is when you first get going. If you're brand new and you haven't done this already, most of you probably already have, so I'm only going to touch on it a little bit. If you're an Academy member, this is the only part you'll be able to click on. It's all clickable depending on what your level is, and of course I'm a Mastery member, so I can click through to everything. And this is where you set up the tools that you have access to depending on your membership level. Now, you get access to the webinars and the marketing strategies and the wake-up calls and all of that stuff at every level. So that doesn't really affect it. What really affects it is the important stuff of getting to the tools. Like at you have to be at university in order to be able to set up an autoresponder. And you absolutely want to be able to send emails out and communicate directly yourself with the leads that you're generating, which you just can't do at the academy level. So I always recommend that you shouldn't be at academy level more than about 5 to 10 days. That first 5 to 10 days basically gives you time to set up your system, to go through the steps in the academy training where you're practicing for the first 5 days. If you're brand spanking new and have never, sent out a clickable link in your life, it's going to teach you how to do that stuff without any of the other things maybe getting in your way. But you very quickly want to move up through the levels to university and then to mastery. Now, university is really cool because you have a lot of stuff back here, and I'll show you where this stuff is here in a bit, where you get all access to all of the tools, including the autoresponder, including places where you can host videos, including the authority site that you can post content to, and mastery and the Facebook applications, the pre-made Facebook pages inside of MLSP, where all you do is click and add them to your fan page and you're good to go. That itself is worth the university membership. Mastery is my personal favorite because mastery is for the people who want to also make an income from My Lead System Pro. And I hope that that is you, because the opportunity to sell $300 and $500 products plus a membership that you make $100 on, it's just too good of money for you to pass up. You've really got to take a very close look at what Mastery has, what it is, and why you definitely want to upgrade to that level if you're not if you're not there currently. And if you are there currently, congratulations, because you see that in a system like My Lead System Pro, you're promoting other stuff. If you have a primary MLM or something that you're really into and you want to find people to talk about that, but hey, there is no reason in the world to pass up on all of the money-making opportunity that you have in MLSP while you're also getting leads to grow your primary business, which is how every single person that I just showed you is in the leadership is doing it. There's not a single person in the leadership who has gotten there without being at the mastery level, and not to mention the fact that it just financially keeps you in business for so much longer when you're making that revenue. So that's where your setup is. We'll go over here to account. Here's my profile settings. This is also in the setup. I just want to point out real quick, the About Me has some stuff pre-populated in it. If you're brand new and you're not sure what to put here, I suggest just leaving it with the standard copy that's already been created back there. It's kind of generic. It's not really branded to you, but it will do for the first week or 10 days or 2 weeks while you're getting everything else going. And then you can always come back here and you can rewrite this and recreate this and fine-tune as many times as you want to. It doesn't have to be done in order for you to move on. Social links is the next section. Oh, why isn't our Google Plus account in here? We have to go get that set up. Dean's the one who does all the training on Google Plus and My Lead System Pro. Something happened that our Google Plus account's not in here. But here's the recommendation on this. It says, this is optional and recommended. I do not recommend, though, that you try to do all of this at the beginning. You do need to go back and get all this in here, but you have time. Keep yourself moving forward and get everything set up, get your system set up so that you can get on to the next step of starting to generate leads as quickly as possible. If you already have a Facebook profile, personal profile, but you don't have a fan page, go ahead and drop your personal profile. You can see this still has my husband's personal profile, and he probably meant to update that and never did. But that's fine. Just do that for now. Don't go try to buy and set up and create an entire blog just so you can throw a link back here to a blog. You don't need to do that right now unless you already have it. your opportunity, this is where you're going to put in your whatever other company it is that you're promoting. You put right in here, and that's where people see that. And then this is where you earn money through the affiliate program. Okay, let's go right here. The MLSP affiliate accounts, yeah, you can see there's my business opportunity memberships, my affiliate account setup. I'm going to pop in here real quick, give you guys some recommendations. Please make sure that you come in here right now and fill this out, because if you're a member of MyLean System Pro, you are an affiliate. Whether it's even Academy members, you are still affiliates. You can still sell stuff and collect commissions. You're not going to sell nearly as much because you're not going to be able to collect the $100 from Mastery members or the Pure Profit products, the $300 and $500 products that are back there. But you will still make money if people come through and buy some of the products that you have access to. So, but you have to make sure that this is set up. This is the tax man, right? Wants to come here and get a W-9 on file for you and all that stuff, so they can make sure that that's all legal on the up and up, and you absolutely want to do that. So let's pop over here to let's go to, is it membership or subscription? My subscription, yes. Okay, if something says it's the most important video, you might want to consider taking the time to look through it. This gives you some additional information on Mastery. I'm going to scroll on down here, and I'm going to show you guys the different levels. Right here is where it gives you a breakdown as to exactly what the different membership levels are and what the monthly membership fee is for those. And again, what's really important in the university is to integrate your own email autoresponder and create your own funnels, sample ads and resources, split testing, custom links, your hosting, Facebook fan page templates. So important. You see all this stuff, custom welcome videos. You get to customize your back office through this stuff. And Mastery, again, is the money. That's where your money is. If you're interested in using MLSP to make money at all, that's all going to happen at Mastery level. Real quick, I'll hit on this seven-figure training library. I'll show you where it is in just a minute when I click over to that tab. But here's the training library. It is a recording of every webinar that MLSP has ever recorded, going back, what is it, almost 6 years now. So going back for 6 years, it is every training that MLSP has ever done, and you hop back there anytime you want to, and you can watch any of those trainings, any of those videos, any of those calls. I will tell you, I was back here just a couple of weeks ago looking at a webinar that Kate and Andrew McShay did a few months ago. I knew that they did it. In my mind, I thought, gosh, that's going to come in handy here in a little bit on something I'm working on, but I just didn't want to take the time to go to the live webinar to watch it since then. So I mentally filed it in the back of my head to go watch it when it was time, because I own the seven-figure training library. Because I own it, I know I can hop back there anytime that I want to and take a look at that. If you don't own the training library, you only get access to the last 3 to 4 weeks worth of trainings, and I'm going to show you where those are here in just a bit as well. But the only way to get this right now is to take them up on this annual Mastery offer. This is a really, really great deal. If you're at Mastery, this saves you $300. You're basically getting 2 months for free, and it saves $300. But the other thing that it also does is it frees up your cash flow each month. You can take that $150 membership that you're paying, and you can reallocate that to your marketing, to your lead gen. Maybe you're using tools, you're doing paid ads, whatever it is that you're doing, you can reallocate that. But that $300 that you save, I always recommend that you take that $300 and invest it back into your business by purchasing the marketing training for whichever strategy it is that you choose ultimately to really focus on, whether it's social media, video, or SEO. And again, we're going to get to that, and I'll show you where those are here in just a little bit. I'm going kind of systematically through the back office. This is where you can change your membership, and you can click here if you want to cancel, park, or reactivate your account. Okay, let's flip on over here to the training. I love this tab. I'm going to hang out here for a little bit because I think this is super important. Before we do that, let's pop back in and see. Sounds like you guys are good now. Yep, sounds like you guys are doing good. Got some people redirected over to the right webinar that they need to be on Mastery Academy University. We have a nice mix today. Mostly it seems like it's either Academy or Mastery, which is a lot of times how it tends to be, because Academy brings you in for very, very low financial commitment to sort of kick tires a little bit and see if this is interesting to you. If it is, just bounce yourself up to Mastery, within the next week or two, and hit all of that stuff inside Mastery hard as you can, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay, so good for you guys. Back over here, the training tab. These are the marketing strategies. Now, don't jump ahead to these until you get your system set up. The reason you want to go to the start here before you hop right into the marketing strategies is because there's some stuff back there, not only to get your account set up, you want to make sure that everything's set up right so that your links work, so that you're getting when you start generating leads, they're funneling into the right place for you to be able to do what you want to do with them. And the setup's going to help you do that as well. But also, back in the setup, there are some things for you to do to help you kind of learn. Let me go here, LastPass. If you guys don't use LastPass, it's an awesome tool for storing all of your passwords. It's a security thing. That's what that was that popped up on my page. But do that first and go through some of the things that it says to do. It's going to prime you and get you ready to really make the most out of the marketing strategies. So here you are, they're all back here. Okay, special product offers, special pricing at product offers. Okay, so this is new. Third-party websites, yeah. So they're going to tell you, we don't have any control over Facebook and YouTube. They changed the rules. It seems like every time we turn around, So they are very, very good about keeping these trainings updated. This is a little disclaimer. The 3 most recent MLSP weekly Wednesday webinar recordings are at the bottom of this page. So make sure, if you don't own the training library, you've got to go in and watch those before they're taken off, because they basically cycle out. When there's a new one that comes in, it bumps that last one off of this page. And after that, it's completely inaccessible except in the training library. Okay, so here's because I think in some of these trainings they're talking about special offers and things like that, and so they're just telling you that when this was recorded, it was a valid offer, but it might not be available when you watch the recording of it. Okay, so here's all your marketing strategies. Now you go through these. Picking a marketing strategy that you want to focus on, which you want to master, is very important. But don't let yourself get bogged down with it. What you want to do is play to your strengths, as opposed to coming in and saying, gosh, everybody says that Facebook marketing is the way to go. Facebook's the way of the future. You got to do Facebook. So you decide that you're going to become a Facebook marketer, but you really hate, hanging out on social media, doing all that stuff. If that's the case, just because it's popular with someone else doesn't mean that it's right for you. I did a call, an MLSP wake-up call. Oh, gosh, I want to say it was the week before last, maybe. Sometime in mid-May, you'll see it back there, and it was about the worst advice that you've ever been given about how to build your business. And I'll share it with you guys real quick, and you can go back and listen to that 15-minute call if you want to hear more about it. The worst advice that you could ever be given about your business is to find someone who's having success in their business and go do what they do. And the reason why that's such bad advice is because just because it works for them and it's good for them doesn't mean that it's well suited to you. Now, the strategy works. If one person is getting success with it, it works and it's an effective strategy. But that doesn't mean that that's the one that you should pick and that you should employ as a business, as a lead generating strategy, because you're going to fizzle out and burn out on it if it's just not right for you. If you hate SEO, if you hate technical stuff, and Google drives you nuts, you probably don't want to do SEO, right? If you're camera shy, you're terrified to get in front of the camera and talk, and you just really don't know what to say, and you're better with written words, then maybe YouTube video marketing is not right for you. Don't hop on a strategy just because you hear that it's the hottest thing, or just because someone else tells you that it's the must-have strategy. Pick your marketing based on what's going to work best for you that's sustainable in the long run. And again, if you want to get a little bit more deeper into why that is and how to do that and how to apply it to Mylead System Pro and to the rest of your business, go back here under training, the training wake up call podcast is back in there, and you click here and it'll take you over to all of them. Yeah, there it is, and you can go back and testing your personality. That was a fun call. It's down here. Yeah, Mary Black, the worst advice on May the 20th. I just covered that about a week or so ago. That's why it's fresh in my mind to refer you guys to it. So that's where that one is. But that's where all of the calls are, and you can get all the calls all the way back. Here's where your recent webinars are, right? The Wednesday webinars. This is the Monday Fast Track recording. This is where you are right now from March the 4th. I thought they updated that. We need to update that. So here's some other stuff. Anyway, that's where that is, so you can find it. I told you guys I'd show you the training library, so let's do that real quick. Again, this is only if you are an annual mastery member. You get access to this, and you can look and see. Here's all the categories, and you see they're just literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of webinars back here, and there's about 6 a week, I think, that's done by Mylead System Pro, and they're all back here in the back office, back forever and ever and ever. So that's where that is. And under my websites, now I'm not going to get into this stuff too deeply. I'm just going to point out to you guys that these are your links that you use to promote to get leads inside of Mylead System Pro. This is really, really important. I don't dig into it too deeply on this call because this is a back office tour, but here in a little bit I'm going to share with you how you can get some really deep intensive training on how to use these particular links to maximize your leads, your sales, your signups into Mylead System Pro, and converting signups into your primary business, whatever else it is that you're promoting, using all of these campaigns. Again, there's the campaigns, which is memberships in Mylead System Pro, your academy, university, and mastery members, and then there's the profit campaigns. This is the 100% stuff that that we get paid on as mastery members. You guys that are with me on mastery, this number that's in the parentheses, that's what you get paid less the merchant fee, which you more than likely, you're just letting MLSP do your merchant processing. That's what I do because it's easy. They send me a check every 2 weeks. I don't do anything else with it because I'm not in business to be a bank. I'm in business to be a marketer, so they take care of that. So I get all of this money right back here in the parentheses, minus the merchant fee every time I sell something. The MLSP product campaigns, that's the stuff that's not 100%. And everybody has access to these, whatever your level is. They typically pay out anywhere from 15 to 30%, depending on how the product or the program is structured. And you can find out about all that stuff. Right, there's all these toggle instructions here, and it helps you understand. They give some short video back there. And the system campaigns are free marketing. This is free training that you give away. You literally, this Storytelling for Profits, I think this is the newest one that's back here, and it was a training that Diane Hoffman did recently about storytelling and making money. It's really cool. But this is free, so you can go out there and say, "Wow, this is a really awesome webinar." Click here to see it. People sign up because they love to give away their name and email address in exchange for some free value for themselves to become a lead for you. You start following up with them, through the autoresponder system, and the next thing you know, they've signed up under you in Mylead System Pro, and then you call and talk to them about your primary company, which they fall in love with. They sign up with you there. You become their sponsor over there as well, and boom, you've got the double whammy. But the holy grail of network marketing, right? And so that's what these are. The links all work the same way. The strategies are all the same. They just have different purposes and they accomplish different things. And you can mix them up. Promote whichever ones that you want to. Make your decisions on that. I'll get with you guys in just a little bit, helping you to understand some strategies that I think are pretty cool for how to figure out which of those links to promote at different times. And this, I'm not going to click on this because there's personal information back here, but this is your team and the leads that come in, and your team is the people who've signed up under you in My Lead System Pro. This looks different. Something has disappeared off here. There used to be my team duplication and email my team. I'm not sure why that's not there. I'll have to check on that. That's definitely different. Content. This is advanced, so I'm not going to go into this training. I'm just going to make you aware that it's here. This is where if you're at least a university member, you can host different media back here. I'll click on it real quick and show it to you guys. I have a private study group for the Copywriting Mastery course, which is a course that Brian Finale is teaching right now. And every time I do a private call on it, I take the recording, I throw it here in my back office and let them host it for me. Because again, I don't have to pay another hosting service or somewhere else to put my recordings and stuff. I pop them all right back here in the back office of MLSP, and you can see we have a ton of them because why not? I like to keep all my stuff back here with them. Articles, custom links, images, QR codes, my videos and audios. I mean, all of this stuff is your website content and your hosted content. This is all very, very important when you are branding yourself, which is what attraction marketing is. That's what it teaches you to do. When you're branding yourself and you're attracting people to you as leads and potential prospects for your business, all of this stuff back here in My Content is where you personalize and customize MLSP for exactly that purpose. And it's really important to know how to be able to use that stuff. And you can see there's some help back here already. This is the store where you buy stuff. Everything you bought pops up in there. I've gone through support. We won't worry about bonuses. Okay, so the last thing that I'm going to cover tonight, let me pop over here real quick. LastPass. Oh, hey, Chris. Yeah, LastPass is just it's a free thing. Or actually, I guess they have a paid account too. I'm going to sign up for it. I just haven't gotten around to putting it on yet. There was some. I'm not a technical person at all, but there was a big stink where all of these problems with all of these websites, I guess, a few weeks ago, and someone sent this to me. It might have even been MLSP. LastPass is sort of a vault for your passwords where it protects you online so that people can't get your passwords and stuff. So I added that and it pops up in here. But I really like it because it also means I don't have to remember all those passwords anymore. So it was really kind of cool. It has nothing to do with MLSP. It has nothing to do with your back office tour. It just popped up, and it's one of those neat little tools that I thought I'd just mention that I have found very helpful. But don't let it get you distracted from what we're doing back here. Okay, I'm going to come over here to the training tab. Down here at the bottom is the My Lead System Pro coaching services. And again, this is the last thing that I'm going to cover tonight before I get to your questions. Yeah, so you won't take me over to what you look like because we actually are registered in this course already. My Lead System Pro has a small group coaching service. And what this is my husband Dean. If you guys don't know him, you really need to get to know him. He's absolutely phenomenal. He comes on from time to time, and he'll do this coaching class. This is very small group stuff of 10 people where he goes through in depth all of this stuff in the back office that we just simply don't have time to get into on this call. It's really, really deep stuff where he helps you step by step set up everything in your back office, make sure that it's working right, help you figure out exactly how you want to use that stuff. So I'm going to come over here, and this will pop up when you click on it. This is what you should see, as opposed to what I see, because it thinks I'm already in the webinar. I am already in the webinar because my husband teaches that. But MLSP is a lead generating machine. That's what My Lead System Pro does, and the quickest way to get massive results is to learn from an expert. If you're new to MLSP and you feel like you're not getting the most out of your back office, the Fast Start Intensive Small Group Mentoring Program is exactly what you're looking for. This class is very, very limited. He only lets a maximum of 10 people in, and then they lock the doors. And there's only one scheduled out there at a time, so we don't know when the next one's going to be after the one that's out there. That I believe is coming up on June the 8th. You guys can check that. But here's what you learn inside this course. Customize your back office to create your own offers that'll suck people in. Why you have to brand you incorporated to create income. Step-by-step coaching on what to say in your copy and video so that people can help but click on your links and buy your stuff. how to promote your business opportunity without ever picking up the phone. You'll have to call. You only have to call people once they're signed up to welcome them to your team. This is one of my favorite parts. I hated cold calling or calling leads, that kind of thing, begging people to look at my business and sign up for my stuff. Using MLSP, the only time that I call people out is call them and say, hey, welcome aboard, let's talk about how I can help you. So much more fun to make that phone call than the one begging people, your friends and family and your Uncle Bob to look at your new business. He covers the 10 most important things you have to do every day, why and how to do them, and a 5-minute formula. This is super cool. 5-minute formula to gaining rockstar authority for your content, even if you are brand new and just getting started. It's right there in your back office, and you just don't know about it. Hosting your media and how to do that. Insider tips for getting the top leaders in My Lead System Pro to promote and sell your products and get you member signups while you sit back and collect the commission. There are ways using with My Lead System Pro to capitalize on the fact that you have a bunch of leaders. Remember when I showed you those MMT and EMT members? There are ways for you to get them to make your sales for you. He shows you how to do that in the Sunday night class. And simple strategy for getting other people to pay for your MLSP products so that you effectively get them for free. And this is a trick that once you understand how real marketers do this, how serious hardcore marketers do this, we never pay for our products, our stuff, our membership, our programs, nothing. And once you understand this particular strategy, you can apply it to anything, your primary company, anything that you're ever marketing or promoting. And he's going to help you pull together everything in your back office so that your system is running like clockwork. And he does that by going in specifically, testing your links, clicking through, helping you troubleshoot what's wrong, clarifying what you don't understand. He stays with you guys in this class until every single thing that you could possibly need or want is taken care of. And then you get a follow-up recording of the entire live session. Plus, he has recordings of bonus material, bonus value that he sends out to you as well. So you just get the whole package right there in one. Then you can sign up for that right there through your back office. Let's click back over here. When you come right into here under training and MLSP coaching services. Now, I recommend that you get in this class as fast as you can because you can see it only has 10 seats. They only let 10 people come in at a time, and that's because he helps people individually inside of this. And to do that, we have to keep it very, very small. So we end up shutting people out. And like I said, I don't know when the next one will open up, with scheduling. But it does, as of right now, say that there are seats available for this one, which is coming up on June the 8th, which is this coming Sunday. So you guys get back and get registered for that if that's something you think you remotely might want to do. I'm going to hop over here. I'm going to turn off the chat. Okay. Let me go to the, okay, well, nobody put questions back here, which is unusual, but that's okay. If you do have questions, make sure you put them in the Q&A. In my business opportunity, can you point out which areas we must complete? Hold on a second. Is that under profile settings? I believe that's what you're talking about. My opportunity, right here. And you come over here. You scroll down to click here for my business opportunity. You guys are seeing some of my stuff, so I apologize for that because this happens to be my stuff. But referring affiliate contact details, it tells you in here, walks you through the directions. Click here and watch the tutorial video. If you haven't already done that, it'll help you out a lot. This is my uplines opportunity. This is my opportunity. And you can create a new one because as a master member I can do more than one. If it has a little red star by it, it's required. If it doesn't have a little red star by it, it is not required. I typically recommend that you drop a video in here. And if you don't know how to do that, Dean covers that on the Sunday class as well. So there's lots of different things in here. He'll show you how to host that in here and get it into your back office, because this is really, really important when you're when you want to put your opportunity back here to excuse me, to have a video. Video is just so powerful. I put it everywhere I can. And I believe as a Mastery member, you can host two different programs back here if you want to. Okay, let me hop over here to the Hangout. Can I use Pure Leverage DVO autoresponder? Hey, Wendy, what's your membership level? That's really important. If you're at least university, yes, you can. Absolutely. Use Pure Leverage. Now, I don't know how to put it back there. Well, you know what? I'm saying that yes, you can, but Pure Leverage is actually different than the traditional GVO autoresponder. Can you use the Pure Leverage autoresponder with LLC?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you can, because it's. I think you probably should send it in support. Not positive on that
because Pure Leverage is different than the GV. Like there's a built-in autoresponder that you get as an Academy member that is really super duper. Not as an Academy member, as this university member, it's really super basic. But the Pure Leverage is the MLM program of GVO.
And
so
then you have once you can use it up to 500 subscribers for free.
The one that's in
after that you can upgrade. Send into support to double check to make sure that GVO autoresponder that you have, if you're asking about that, can be integrated.
If it can be integrated, yeah. Send that into support. I do not want to. Well, right now, if you're Academy, you can't integrate any autoresponder. MLSP has an autoresponder that's doing that for you, but you can't actually get access to any of that and do anything with it at the Academy level. So no at the level you're at, but maybe if you upgrade it to at least university, you can ask support specifically if that one's integrated. That's because it's a little bit on the technical side. I'm not sure that it's integrated. That's the one thing I'm a little confused about. Does anybody else have any questions? We didn't get a lot of questions tonight. Sometimes I just get slews of questions, and then sometimes I get next to none. Was I that thorough? I really did try to go through everything very, very specifically tonight, so that may help with how many questions there are. Okay, if there are any more questions, that's perfectly fine. I want to thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Hop out into the Facebook fan page over here. Give me some love, a little feedback about what you got from this tonight, and let me know if there's anything I can do. And otherwise, I'll see you guys out in the community. I hope you guys have a great and productive week. This webinar is a wrap. Good night, everybody. Thanks, Wendy. Thank you.